How do you make time for the big stuff? Capital B, capital S. We're all crazy busy all the time. There's even a badge of honor almost that you get from being so busy. I'm so busy and important. I've got all these emails. Oh my goodness, I'm so stressed. There's so much going on. And whether or not you see that as a badge of honor or not, it's the truth. We do all have far too much going on. We're totally busy with life admin, work admin. If you're running your own business, there's all sorts of course, the marketing and business development and so on, the day-to-day, updating your content calendars and so on, customer service, dealing with clients, talking to prospects who might become clients, and of course, servicing your clients and developing new frameworks and updating this and that and the other. If you're an employee, if you're working in a company, of course, there's so much going on, meetings, emails, Zoom calls, whatever that is, right? So there's this busyness happening all the time, busy work, I suppose you'd call it. And the question then is, how on earth do you get time to do the important stuff actually? Because at the end of the day, we're not going to lie there on our deathbed thinking, oh, I'm so proud of myself for checking all those emails. My goodness, those meetings were incredible, right? So there are other things that are going to be more fulfilling and rewarding for ourselves selfishly, that are going to make a bigger difference in the world, I think, that's going to leave a bigger legacy, inspire our children, make a bigger difference for other people as well as ourselves. And so the question is, how on earth do we make time for those big things? It might be a big family project that you want to do. It might be a memoir or something that you just want to write for your family, not even to publish or anything, but it's one of those things you're never going to get to. A family album is something a lot of us don't really have time for anymore, even if we can just send off and get it done. I'm still struggling with some of mine for the kids' first birthdays and so on, right? So there's projects like that, family projects. Then there are bigger things in your career, maybe preparing for another book, right? Self-publishing something, your magnum opus, your big book. You never get around to doing that because you're doing all the day-to-day work, launching a podcast, doing a big talk, and doing some big project. Making a career pivot, by the way, is something, you're sort of in your comfort zone, you're in that hamster wheel, conveyor belt, whatever metaphor you want to use. How do you get off that? Give yourself enough time then to take stock and go, hang on a second, and to then potentially work on an alternative, to work on that side hustle, different business, additional income stream. How on earth do you make time for that? That's the question I'm asking over on the Reimagining Success podcast. How can you make time for those big things? So yes, I will leave you hanging, but don't worry, I've got an exercise, a framework, a metaphor, a tool for you that's really going to help you think about this. So join me over on the Reimagining Success podcast to listen in on this discussion of how can we make time for those big things, the big projects, the things that really matter, the changes, the things that won't get done unless we actually carve out time and make time for them. So have a listen. You can find me on reimaginingsuccesspodcast.com, or you can search Reimagining Success on your favorite app. I'll see you there.